Hello. Good morning, everyone. My love shout out to the subscribers and followers of this channel. And if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Today, our lesson is about determining the relation of hypothesis and conclusion. All right, so let us discuss one by one. Now, let's judge one another. Okay, so tell whether the second statement is valid, a consequence of the first statement. First, a student or students who are good in mathematics are smart. And Chong is smart. Then he is a good in mathematics. What do you think? Okay, so just judge yourself. All right, next. Young actresses are health conscious. Kim is young actress. Then she is health conscious. Do you believe it? Alright, next. If it rains, then the sports fest will be cancelled. It rains, therefore the sports fest is cancelled. Possible, right? Is it possible? Maybe possible, yes. Okay, next. If the lines are parallel, then do not intersect. Line X and line Y do not intersect, therefore they are parallel. It's a fact because two lines are parallel if they do not intersect. If two angles are right angles, then they are congruent. Angle A and angle B are congruent, then they are right angles. Okay, not all right angles are congruent. Okay, so let's discuss this later. Complete the statement and justify your answer. Miss Earth candidates are environmentalists. Miss JB is a candidate to Miss Earth search. Therefore, Miss JB is an environmentalist. This is a fact because anyone who wants to participate in Miss Earth candidate as a candidate should have an advocate for our Earth. Now, questions. What have you noticed about the preceding statements? You can read it aloud and check your answer. Next. So if-then statements. If an if-then statement is composed of two clauses. The if clause, we can denote a letter for its clause, P for if clause, and Q for then clause. The statement is in the form of F, P, then Q. Conditional statements are formed by joining two statements P and Q using word if and then. The P statement is called the hypothesis, and the Q statement is called the conclusion. A simple flow of reasoning from if clause to then clause is called simple implication. There are some conditional statements that not written in this form, but you can rewrite them using if and then form. How will you identify the hypothesis and conclusion? Now, to study the relationship of hypothesis and conclusion in a statement, we must know how to identify hypothesis and conclusion. Hypothesis is the letter or statement followed by the word if. Conclusion is the letter or statement followed by the word then. So we have F, P, then Q. So P here is a hypothesis and Q is the conclusion. How do you distinguish the hypothesis from the conclusion when the statement is not in if-then form? So we have here an examples of those, okay? No? National Disaster Risk Reduction Council volunteers are busy during the calamities. Okay, so this underline is the word, the hypothesis. An 18-year-old Filipino can cast his or her vote during elections. So, told you guys, when you turn 18, you have to register yourself to vote. That's your karapatan. Okay, next. So this one is other word. The one with underline is the hypothesis. How do you distinguish hypothesis from the conclusion when the statement is not in if-then form? So we have number C here. All right angles are congruent. At the same time, this is the hypothesis. Number 4, there are three non-collinear points determine a plane. Okay, determine a plane is the conclusion. Perpendicular lines are intersecting lines. Intersecting lines are the conclusion. It's easy. Okay, next. What? Okay, let's identify the hypothesis and conclusion of the following statements. So as I've said, a conclusion starts with F, no? F, not today. Okay, so, and then tomorrow. Okay, this is the conclusion. So perhaps it's very easy and you can do it on yourself. All right, believe you guys. Okay, now on this, okay, so we are going to conclude, no, make your statement or your findings true. So it says statement can be written true or false. It will be false if the hypothesis is true and the conclusion is false. True statement: if today is Monday, then tomorrow will be Tuesday. We have here the false statement: if last month was January, the next month is December. Since we know how to identify hypothesis and conclusion, we can transform the three statement into converse, inverse, and contrapositive, and if tell if its statement is true or false. Okay, let's see the illustration below. So here the statement: if P then Q, converse. If Q then P, inverse. If not P, then not Q, contrapositive. If not Q, then not P. Okay, let's choose some examples. All right, here is the conditional statement: if it's your birthday, then it's your cake. Converse, it is: if it's your cake, then it's your birthday. Inverse, if it is not your birthday, then it's not your cake. Contrapositive, if it's not your cake, then it is not your birthday. Alright, next. So here, identify the relation of hypothesis and conclusion. Write T if true and if it's false. Okay. Now, there are certain sentences here that are not really correct. No, it doesn't follow correct facts. Okay. Now, I will study well, then I will not pass my X. Of course, this is false. If Filipinos are fighter, then I am a fighter. Correct. Good. Every one of us here is a fighter. If yesterday is Wednesday, then today is Friday. False. Okay. If yesterday is Wednesday, then today is Friday. It's false. Should be Thursday. Next. If I do my test, then I will get my allowance. Okay, true. But not quite. No, because others, even if they don't give it, the kids will cry. And of course, the mother, the matampatang puso. If I'm not hungry, then I will eat. Okay, of course. How will you eat if you are not hungry? Alright, next. Okay, so we have here some missing statement. Okay, so it's here: if it is raining, then I used my umbrella. Okay, So if okay, so if you are going to write answer here, no, so converse is similar to the conditional. What should be the right here is if it is raining, then I will use my umbrella. Sa inverse, yeah, this is negative. It's not if it's not raining, then I will not use my umbrella. For contrapassive, it's the negative or the inverse pa rin, but this time the conclusion is the one first. So if I will not use my umbrella, then it will not rain. Okay, that's like that. Now in here in number two, what is the conditional? If it is dark, then it is black. Okay. Then we have here in converse, so the same with the conditional formula. Now since the inverse is this, if it is not dark, then it is not black. So if here it's the contrapositive. If if it is black, then it's not dark. Okay, so that's how we get it.